No one can believe it crying. Sam Heughan announces news that crashes Outlander community. On social media, the phrase, Sam Heughan announcement crying, suddenly climbed to the top of global trends in just 20 minutes. No one knew what was going on. Outlander's fan pages were flooded with comments, thousands of people asking, "What's going on? Is he sick? Don't tell me Sam is leaving the show." A video of exactly 2 minutes and 47 seconds appeared on Sam Heughan's Instagram. No caption, no background music, just a picture of him sitting in a familiar room, dim lighting, a calm face. His voice was hoarse, his eyes were slightly red. "I know I should have said this sooner, but I needed time to find the right words. I have some sad news. The moment that makes your heart stoppable." In the video, Sam sighed. His hands shook slightly, but his eyes remained fixed on the camera. "I have decided to leave Outlander after next season." In that moment, the internet held its breath. The comments poured out without counting. "No way. Are you kidding, Sam? Jamie Fraser is no one but you." But Sam continued, his voice catching between each word. "The past 11 years have been the most amazing journey of my life. I've lived with Jamie, with Claire, with you guys. But it's time for me to move on." He paused, his eyes downcast. "I know many of you will be sad, and honestly, I am too. But I want to say this, your love for me is something I will carry with me for the rest of my life." Then he bowed his head, took a deep breath. "Thank you for believing in me, loving me, and walking with me through an unforgettable decade." The video ends with Sam smiling through tears. No music, no logo, just silence. The world crying. 2 hours after the video was posted, it had reached more than 30 million views. On X, Facebook, TikTok, fans everywhere shared it, writing regretful lines. "I grew up with Jamie Fraser. He's not just an actor, he's the soul of the show. Outlander wouldn't be Outlander without Sam." Fan communities in Japan, Brazil, Vietnam, and France simultaneously organized watch parties to re-watch old episodes as a farewell. In Edinburgh, a group of spontaneous fans gathered in front of the theater where Sam started his career, lit candles, and held banners. "Thank you, Jamie." Sam's co-star Katrina Balfe also posted a photo of the two together with the caption, "Words cannot express how grateful we are. Thank you for being our Jamie." Behind the decision. 2 days later, The Guardian published an exclusive interview, "Why did Sam Heughan leave Outlander?" In the article, Sam shared, "I loved Jamie Fraser. He changed my life, but sometimes, to grow, you have to leave the places you belong. I needed a new challenge, not just as an actor, but as a person." He admitted that in the past 2 years, he had been exhausted, both physically and mentally. "I was shooting almost constantly, traveling between 3 continents. I had no time for myself, for my family, for simple things like a morning without an alarm." When asked what the hardest part was, Sam answered slowly, "Saying goodbye to the people who have been with me all this time, the crew, my co-stars, and especially the fans. They are a part of me. I just hope they understand and forgive me for this decision." Behind the scenes on the last day of filming. Behind the scenes photos of the last day of filming quickly leaked. Sam stood in the middle of the Scotland set, surrounded by the clapping crew, many in tears. Katrina hugged him tightly, her eyes red. The director shouted, "Cut. That's a wrap for Jamie Fraser." And the whole set fell silent for a few seconds, then erupted in applause that lasted nearly 2 minutes. A behind-the-scenes member revealed, when the cameras turned off, Sam stood still, looking around, as if he didn't want to leave. He touched the fake house on the set and said, "Thank you, for being my home all these years." Tearful reactions. The official Outlander fan club account in the US wrote, this is not the end, this is a new chapter. But our hearts are broken. Another post from a Brazilian fan, which garnered hundreds of thousands of shares, read: When Jamie said goodbye, a part of our youth ended. Movie forums everywhere were buzzing. Who could replace Sam? Where would the show go? But what people cared about most was the love they had for him. A fan in Japan wrote: I didn't understand all the English in the video, but I understood his eyes. They were the eyes of someone who didn't want to leave, but had to. Unpublic letter. 3 days later, an American magazine revealed that Sam had written a 6-page handwritten letter to the crew before leaving. In the letter, he wrote, I used to think I couldn't live without Jamie Fraser. But now I understand, Jamie is just a part of me, and I am the journey. If anyone asks me what my biggest regret is, it's not being able to thank each and every one of you. Every day on set, every drop of rain in Scotland, every time I hear action, I know I'm living a miracle. The letter ends with, don't say goodbye. Say we'll meet again somewhere else, in another story. Media rises. All major TV channels simultaneously reported, Sam Heughan leaves Outlander, a legendary chapter closes. People magazine called him, the man who made the world cry. Talk shows in the US, UK, and Canada all invited him for interviews, but Sam declined most of them. I need a moment of silence. I've said what I needed to say. Now it's time to listen. On the only show he's ever done, BBC Scotland, Sam was asked, what made you cry when you were filming that announcement video? He smiled, eyes sparkling. It's not because I'm sad, it's because I know I'll miss you. A global community responds. Fans from over 40 countries started a campaign called #ThankYouSamHeughan. They created videos, drawings, handwritten letters, and even built a small wax statue of Jamie, a symbol of gratitude. A Vietnamese fan wrote a caption that touched many. Thank you for teaching us that heroes aren't just in movies. You're your own hero. Tears were shed not only because of the breakup, but also because of pride. An elderly Canadian fan said on TV, I'm 65 years old. I've seen hundreds of movies, but I've never seen anyone who makes me believe in love like Sam Heughan. The truth behind the saddest news, although Sam said he left because he wanted to rest, people close to him revealed that he had another reason, health. He was injured in an action scene and kept it a secret for 2 years, a source close to him said. He didn't want to worry his fans, so he always kept a strong appearance. But in fact, this role took a lot of his energy and stamina. When hearing that news, the fan community was even more heartbroken. They understood that behind the bright smile, Sam was a man who had devoted everything to art.